Hey, great chatting with you this morning. I received your online application and got everything structured up, and it looks great. I just want to take a minute and go over some of the details and what my suggestion would be as far as financing. I think you're going to be one of those rare situations where FHA makes more sense than conventional financing. The options I put together compare kind of FHA versus conventional and a couple different price points, but just basically, with FICO scores, your mid score is 662, which works for both conventional and FHA. But with a conventional purchase, you're going to have larger adjustments for risk on FICO, and FHA is not quite so credit score driven. So the interest rate would be quite a bit lower going the FHA route when compared to conventional. And then your timing is good because FHA just announced that they're dropping the mortgage insurance coverage from a factor of 1.3 down to 0.85. So that's like a half a point in savings in mortgage insurance, which will give you a lower premium than it used to. So FHA is pricing out better monthly payment wise, as well as a lower interest rate, a little bit more lenient on credit scores, and will also allow you to go to a higher purchase price with the 3.5% down. You can actually go up to well, I took you up to about a $480,000 purchase price with 3.5% until I get my hands on 1099s and tax returns to kind of firm everything up. But just want to give you a quick overview, and then let me jump into a few of these scenarios, and then let me know if you have any questions or if you'd like to see anything different. I'm happy to run more options, but here's what I'm seeing so far. So let me just start here with the first scenario. So first one is a 30-year fix. This is a conventional purchase with 3% down. So I started at a 430 purchase price, 3% being 12,900, a loan amount of 417,100. That needs to be corrected. It should actually just be 417,000 because that's going to be the max. So I'll make that change, but same scenario here. So the interest rate with a 662 credit score is 4.625, and the principal and interest on that payment is 2,144. The best way to structure this, you can prepay the mortgage insurance all up front, but it's like 5 points. So basically $20,000 up front. It just gets ridiculous. That's credit score driven. So what I've done is I split it. I've paid a little bit out of the interest rate at that 4.625 for a reduced monthly. That's kind of the best balance between the two. So the mortgage insurance is $253 a month, and so anytime you have less than 20% down, you have to have mortgage insurance on a loan that just ensures in case you ever default that the bank or the lien holder is protected. So anytime you have 20% down or less, there's going to be mortgage insurance, and that's the same with FHA or conventional. So the MI on this scenario here is $253 a month, estimating property taxes right about $350 a month, with home insurance right about $66 a month. So the total monthly payment with everything, the PITI payment would be right about $2,814. And that's with no points, no origination, no discount, standard closing costs, title, escrow, appraisal, all the third-party stuff, right about $3,600. And then you got your prepaid items, a few days of interest to get to the end of the month. Depending on which day we close, that'll be adjusted up or down, but just using the 15th as a placeholder. And then 6 months property taxes, and then a year's worth of insurance, homeowners insurance or hazard insurance, same thing, and 2 months. So that is 14 months of insurance. As prepaid items, that goes into your escrow account at the time of the purchase. So those all add up. So you got your 12,900, your closing costs, your prepaids, and then I've gone ahead and assumed that you'd be negotiating to have the seller cover your closing costs and prepaids to keep the out-of-pocket to a minimum. That would be your seller concessions that you're negotiating here for $74.32, and then the total cash to close again, as we discussed this morning, would just be the 3%. So that's the first option. Then the next two are FHA, and I just want to do a side-by-side comparison, keeping that 430 purchase price, and then compare the FHA to the conventional. So FHA is 3.5% down, 430 purchase price. So that down payment at 3.5 is $15,050, and the monthly payment, excuse me, the total loan amount $414,950, plus the mortgage insurance premium, which is 1.75% for FHA, gets added back on top of the loan. So it's not paid as a fee, it's added into the loan. So your final loan amount on this one would be $422. The interest rate is significantly lower, so that's 3.75 with no points, FHA 30-year fixed. The mortgage payment is $19.55. The mortgage insurance is a little bit higher, but $291. Then same tax and same insurance, and the total monthly payment is lower at $2,663. Closing costs relatively the same. All the third-party stuff, prepaid's all the same, and basically just a little bit different because of the loan amount being different. Down payment $15,050, closing costs $35.53, prepaid items $36.84, and then the concessions for $7,237, and then total cash to close at $15,050. And then I went up to for the third option here. I just wanted to give you an FHA up to Rose reached out, said that there might be a place just kind of on the higher side at 480 in Shoreline. So I wanted to just kind of put a scenario up to that 480 purchase price with FHA. So 480 purchase price, 3.5% down to 16,800, and so 463,200 plus the mortgage insurance premium, which is added on top of the loan for the 471,306. Same interest rate, 3.75, no points on a 30-year fixed. The principal and interest is $2,182. The MI is $325 a month. Property taxes $350, and that's an estimate again because it's all property specific. So that'll change from house to house, but just as a kind of a guesstimate, $350, and then hazard insurance or homeowners insurance right about $66 a month, and then the total monthly payment on that one is $29.24. Closing costs all pretty much the same. All third-party stuff, no origination, no discount, so no points. Prepaid items and the same breakdown. So the $16,800 down payment, closing costs, prepaids, negotiate the seller to pay the closing costs would leave you right about $16,800. And I know that that is a little bit more monthly payment-wise than where you want it to be. So if you can negotiate down from that 480, but from the numbers that you've submitted on the application and what I'm working up, that 480 is definitely doable. I do know it's on the higher end of where you want to be, so obviously anything less than that would be doable as well. So hope these are helpful, at least as a baseline to let you know what you're looking at monthly payment wise, total cash to close, and that just everything looks great on the application. I would like to get the supporting documentation to kind of firm everything up, but definitely doable. And I did run the scenarios looking at if you paid down some of the credit card balance, what that would do, and it's really not going to be enough of an improvement to your scores, like 15 points. So I mean the 662 with the 15 points, you're pretty much going to be in the same pricing bracket for conventional and FHA. So I think you're good where you're at, and that FHA is the best option for you to be a little out of pocket and the lowest monthly payment. Give me a call with any questions. I'm at 425-293-5371, or text and email, and if there's anything specific you want to see, I'm happy to help. Talk to you soon. Thanks.